welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about my Fit Me foundation number 355. I also purchased the Fit Me foundation in number 320. Now, reason why I always, most of the time, I purchase two color foundation is because this is my face right now, clean, no product on top except for shea butter, and I did my eyebrows. As you guys can notice, I have two skin tone. Right on my T-zone area, right here, I am much lighter than my outer edge area. Well, besides all the pimples and the black spots that I'm always plucking my pimples, that's a whole nother thing. My shade is much darker than my T-zone area. So, reason being, I always purchase two color foundation. Not really to blend them together, but I kind of put a lighter foundation on the inner corner and a darker on the outer corner. Because to me, that's what looked natural. It doesn't, I usually mix them together and try to find one skin tone. It just doesn't look natural to me because I'm always used to seeing my face with two skin tone. So, reason being, I always purchase two different most of the time. Now, my opinion about the Fit Me foundation. Not to start off negative, but the one thing I don't like about this, not the product, but the brand, not the brand, well, the collection is, this is their darkest complexion. This is their darkest skin tone, is the 355. Now, it works perfect on my skin tone. It blends in very nice, but come on. Why limit your product to just a certain amount of people when you have this as your darkest foundation, when there are millions and millions of people much darker than this? So to me is, why limit your product to, and your revenue, why limit your revenue, your purchases to just this, when you can profit a lot more if you make at least maybe two other or three other skin tone darker than this. But so that's my only negative thing about it. Well, one of my negative things about it. Now, what I do like about it is the fact that it doesn't feel heavy on your face. It's a very light foundation. Honestly, it reminds me of my Eyes Lip and Face Tinted Moisturizer. This is the color Espresso, and this is also their darkest shade. Same opinion about this too, even though I love Eyes Lip and Face. But it reminds me of a tinted moisturizer. It gives you a very light coverage. It blends into your skin very well to the fact that you don't even feel that you have foundation on. So it's not a full coverage. It's more to a medium to light coverage. It gives you more of a dewy look, like a nice dewy look. So another thing about this foundation is I wouldn't recommend it to oily skin. If you have oily skin type, I wouldn't recommend it. Me personally, I have dry to normal skin. My skin is more normal over here, but I get like very bad dry patches all in this area right here. So I wouldn't recommend this for oily skin because when you put it on, it gives your face like a dewy, glow, shine type of look that you'll see like when I put it on. So I wouldn't recommend it for oily skin type. Okay, so let's get started. Now for application, I either use my Eyes Lip and Face powder brush. This is the flat top brush from Eyes Lip and Face. Or I use my Sonia Kashuk sponge brush. But today I'm going to use this. Now before applying that, I am going to put in my concealer for my dark circles here and most of my blemishes on both sides. Now you can either use, I have the MAC NC45 or my NYX concealer in the color tan. I am going to use my NYX concealer in the color tan. So this is it right there. I use that using, I put that on using a fluffy blush. This is a Sonia Kashuk limited edition fluffy blush. So I swirl it in. Now, I know looking a hot mess right now, but I try to conceal as much as I can because I have really dark blemishes. Anyway, now this is the application. Another negative thing I don't like is it doesn't have like a little cap or a pump to pour out the product. So you have to be very careful on the amount you take. So I am going to, take about this much. I'm going to take my powder brush, blend it in just like that, apply, and application. As you guys can see, you see how it gives you like this shine. It has like a more of a dewy face, but it's a very light foundation. Now, you see, this is what I mean. It's the fact that right now it kind of gave me a more of a even tone. To me, this doesn't look natural to me because my skin, my facial skin are not this even tone. It doesn't look that bad, but it just doesn't, I don't feel comfortable with my face, just one skin tone like this. So this is the reason why I purchased two. Usually I'll put the lighter color in this section right here, and then I'll just blend them in together on the outer corner. So, but this is it. Now, you can either use a finishing powder, you can use the MSF high definition, or a black opal, or if you purchase the powder that comes with it, it kind of toned down the shine, but not much. It still will come, you know, depending on how much powder you use on top. But to me, it defeats the purpose of using so much powder on top of such a light foundation. So let me just try to zoom in for you guys so you guys can see. See? It gives you a very nice, and it feels very, very light. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel oily. But like I said, if you already have oily skin, you might find it a little too oily. It might find it a little too oily for you. It feels nice on my skin because, like I said, I don't have oily skin at all. So I just want to show you guys. Notice, like I said, it's not a full coverage because with my concealer, you still can see some of my blemishes on the side. Okay, zoom back out a little bit more. Okay, now for finishing powder, I am going to use my Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder, and this is the color Neutral Light, and it looks like this. I'm just using a complexion blush from Eyes Up and Face. Swirl that just a little bit in, swirl it on the brush, and just apply. So guys, this is it. And notice with the finishing powder, you still can see, you know, some of the shine. But, you know, it's like, it's basically up to your preference. If you like the dewy look, then it's perfect. I personally do like it. I love the way that it gives me a light coverage. It doesn't feel cakey. It feels it feels very nice. It feels like basically I have nothing on. It's just like I put, you know, a moisturizer on my face. It doesn't feel heavy, and I like that. I like to have a foundation that doesn't feel heavy, cakey. It doesn't feel like, okay, it doesn't feel like I have something sitting on my face. So the finished product with just the foundation, and I like it. I like the Maybelline Skin Finish, Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. I like the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, number 355. Like I said, I don't like the fact that this is the darkest skin tone that they have, but it feels very light. I haven't had any breakout with it. I've been using it since it came out, and I love it. Now I alternate between this and my Eyes Up and Face moisturizer that I am in love with too. So that was my opinion about the Fit Me foundation from Maybelline, and that's it. I will see you guys on the next video.